When was the Yucca Hiking Club in existence? How did it come to be?
I don't know exactly how it came to be. It was active probably from the 1930s until maybe the late 50s or 60s. There was a standing gathering place at one point. I believe it was the steps of the First Presbyterian Church at Myrtle and Foothill. Someone would be responsible for planning a destination. I'm assuming they would meet there, carpool to the destination, and then do the hike. A couple of members that were interesting. Richard Johnson was a longtime member of the Yucca Hiking Club. In fact, there's a picture of Richard with the Reverend Edward Rankin, after whom Rankin Peak is named. He had a tradition, I think on his birthday, of hiking up to this peak in the range of mountains above Monrovia. And he did that until maybe his 90s. And I don't know if the Yucca Hiking Club was behind the movement to name a peak in his honor, but there is a Rankin Peak named after the Reverend Rankin, who did this for years and years, I guess just as a show to himself and others. He was still physically able to go hiking in his 80s and 90s. But there is a picture of him and Richard looking like he's ready to take off on a hike himself. Richard wrote a column for the local newspaper, and frequently he would write about the outings of the Yucca Hiking Club. Another member was a gentleman by the name of Mortimer Lockwood. Mr. Lockwood went with my Boy Scout troop once on a hike. Mr. Lockwood could out-hike 10 and 11-year-olds. He left us in the dust, long legs, slender, and a really dedicated hiker. So Mr. Lockwood was a real inspiration. He was also a real comeuppance for the bunch of kids who thought, oh, this old man, what can he do? He could do plenty, thank you. He could leave us in the dust. Clara Smith was a longtime member. I knew Clara briefly towards the end of her life. She was part of the Harris family, who were real early settlers in Duarte. Her grandfather, Levi Harris, came to Duarte about 1874 and had married and had a family, I think, of 2 daughters and a son. And Clara was his daughter, Lorena Harris Smith's daughter. And she had stories about, I had her help me ID with some pictures. But Clara, again, longtime member of the club. I don't know if they had an annual award or anything like that they gave. But they were a local institution for many, many years.